XRP to $1,000. I want to explain this in the fastest and easiest way possible, as this has really been the talk of the town here recently. We've heard big XRPL builders recently talking about XRP going to $1,000 in 5 years. Some call that FUD, believe it will happen much sooner. We'll see an overnight $10,000 move or $25,000 move based off different theories out there. I want to put it all up, wrap it up, talk to you about the math, and simplify this in a quick video. All I ask is if you do like talking about XRP, click that like button and let's get into it. Now, I first want to say thank you to all supporters that have subscribed to this channel. As we recently hit 60,000 subscribers, I am so humbled and appreciative of you all, whether you've been here for years or even new here today. I appreciate you so much. The fact that you come back day in and day out and watch my content means a great deal. Ultimately, I'm just one guy that's out here talking about this technology, talking about XRP and the value that I see coming to XRP. And yes, I've done hundreds and hundreds of XRP videos, studied this thousands of hours, but there's many of you out there that are experts as well. And I am human. I do not know everything, don't claim to. And so when I talk about, we will talk about this $1,000 target and higher, a high value for XRP, it really takes a community, right? And so I do look for folks in the comment section to talk this out and take a look at the numbers and what is truly coming to this market that will allow for this to happen. Now, in understanding that, there's also, as always, right, those that are going to call us crazy, those that are going to call us liars and scammers. These are our opinions based off facts we have in front of us. So they can call us liars, they can call us scammers, but these are our opinions in knowing what is happening in this digital revolution. So recently, I want to start with what the XRPL developer talked about in a 5-year target for a $1,000 XRP. Things that he discussed, that he was looking at. This was on Paul Barron's show. I'm sure many of you were able to watch it. Watch it if you haven't already. But Paul said, are you talking about Swift? Are you talking about the builders coming on the XRPL, the use cases and so forth? And he essentially said, yes, the Swift situation, and I think it's more clear right now than ever that XRP is going to take a massive portion of Swift payments, which we're going to get into the numbers in just a moment. It's more clear than ever, and they're very reluctant to see it, and that is a very big mistake on their end. Right now, Swift, and I pulled this up on AI, processes roughly 150 trillion annually in cross-border transactions, and some sources believe it's as high as 1.25 quadrillion. So if just in 1 year we capture 14%, which we remember that is what Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO, says he projects, we're looking at a $297 to $595 XRP just off 1 year. Now, what a lot of people get in trouble in thinking of with market cap is, one, they don't factor in market cap multiplier, right? And we know based off the market cap multiplier, if we move in hundreds of billions in volume, in net inflows into the market cap, it will mean tens of trillions and market cap moving up. While it's very important that those that continuously talk about market cap actually understand what moves market cap and the market cap multiplier, also they will say that the market cap is already very much so matured, which just simply is not true. We're in the infancy stages, early stages of cryptocurrency still. This market is very young. But yet when we see these big money managers come in flocks, and they will very soon, with large sums of money, they're not going to be, as this big XRPL developer said recently, they're not going to be looking all the way down the list as some trash meme coin that no one's ever heard of. They want high quality digital assets. They want the likes of XRP. And XRP is very well known within the finance circles, within Wall Street and so forth. We recently heard Canary Capital CEO say that exact same thing. And so they're going to be looking at digital assets like XRP that has been tried and true, been around well over a decade, that is here to stay, but is actually seeing massive amounts of usage and builders coming on chain. The market cap is not matured. It's barely even gotten started in comparison to where it's going, right? And so we do know that pretty much every analyst out there agrees with what is happening right now. In the coming years, we will see 100% billions flow into this market. It's already happening right now. And we're about to get law that is going to allow XRP to take a big portion of SWIFT. And so with that, we're going to see tremendous growth on the XRPL itself. I'm talking about many hundreds and thousands, really, developers coming on chain on the XRPL, utilizing it, actively utilizing the XRP every single day, XRPL, and of course RLUSD, the stablecoin being utilized in mass scale already. RLUSD is already in the top 100 for market capitalization of stablecoins. And we know what is about to happen with Hidden Road with RLUSD and 3 trillion payments happening annually, on top of adoption coming from other nations, the likes of the US and others. Now, with that, this XRPL developer, he talked about even retail coming in, saying, hey, this is the new tech. This is what's going forward, just like what we saw with Tesla and Nvidia, and how there was just massive thousands of percents and surge in price for these particular assets as that new wave comes in. We're still very early where we're sitting at right now, and really the masses have yet to come in. Again, less than 1% of the global population actually owns XRP. But that is all changing because we're going mainstream. And just here today, it actually came out and surfaced that the Federal Reserve is going to be putting on and holding a conference about cryptocurrency. We see the SEC, the CFTC, all these big regulator bodies saying, okay, crypto is where we are going. Let's do it. Let's do it right. Not put a war on this industry like Gary Gensler and the SEC. Let's do this right and move it forward. And so with the Clarity Act that will likely get passed later on this year, if not, it will be, I believe, by Q1 of 2026, we're going to see tons of capital flow in. We're talking about trillions. Now, one thing that is extremely important to understand, and that David Schwartz, the CTO, Chief Technical Officer of Ripple, has explained in the past, is that a high value for XRP is necessary and a better vehicle for payments to move large sums of value, large sums of liquidity. And that is exactly what Ripple has positioned themselves to do with these institutions utilizing the XRPL and XRP specifically, this technology, to move large sums of value. And so because of the volatility and because of the amount of sheer volume, we talk about SWIFT here doing over 150 trillion on the low estimate annually. If we are to get a big piece of that pie and we're moving cross borders billions and billions a day, eventually trillions, we're going to need a high value for XRP. So it's important to understand and note that hundreds of billions that will come in will move the market cap up trillions. When you need a cryptocurrency of use case and utility, these institutions will not go after Bitcoin because it's simply not capable or able, as I've said many times, to do what XRP is. If we were to have a liquidity crisis, I know there's theories out there on that, XRP is an obvious solution here. Is an obvious solution to come in and kind of save the day and help the market with this emerging market really stabilize and allow for markets to continue on. And so there's a lot going on here, but mostly what I wanted to focus on is the facts and what is coming to this market. As we know, is floods of capital. XRP is sitting at the top. I think right now it's very obvious that the centralized system with SWIFT is not going to be the future. They're 50 years outdated, and XRP is. We're seeing every single day, seemingly, that a new company is coming on board saying that they want to utilize XRP as a treasury reserve for their company. What is that going to do? It's going to pull out supply. It's going to increase the price of XRP. So the message here is we have several different things. Will it happen overnight? Time will tell. There's theories out there, and one that I've covered in the past, the fixed theory, that is very realistic in thinking that when these negotiations happen with big banks and institutions around the globe, of course, price was talked about, and there will be a reset on price to actually be able to move billions and billions of flows every single day. So we have a lot of good things coming for us as XRP holders, but like those early day Bitcoiners that saw the price of XRP run up to a few $100s and sold, those are the same people out there, the same type of people that are going to be kicking themselves, I believe, when they sell XRP at $10, $50, or $100 even, based off what is truly coming to this market and will add to XRP with real value. I'm talking about large value, high value for XRP is what I foresee coming. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below. Maybe you think I'm crazy. Let me know all your opinions in the comment section below, and we can certainly have that conversation, that debate, and I will see you all in the next one.